flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
It's your favorite day of the week. It is
Funky Tuesday.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Oh, it's time to bleed this morning. Y'all love it when I talk about this dude. Well, yeah. Somebody need to talk about him. Somebody need to tell him better. Somebody need to tell him better. And I promise I will be dropping the link. I need all the tank fanatics to pull up. Cause I'm gonna give y'all the floor. I'm gonna give y'all the floor. I want to hear what you gotta say. Because everything that we said that could have helped this kid, that could have prevented all of this, all of it. Now y'all see what we're talking about. And he has no one to blame but who? Himself. But I want to know how y'all feel enabling this trash, So I had to go get Dr. Phil to have a conversation with him because, he said he needed therapy. So, I have him sitting down talking with Dr. Phil here. I don't know if it's going to help or not, but, let's do this roll call real quick. Todd Swindle in the building. G McCall, Dow Big G, Mr. Big Play Bray, salute. Village Brother, my brother Coach B. Hudson was in the building cooking. Yes, sir. And salute to Junior the Truth. I was multitasking. My brother Junior the Truth. Salute. Del Rev, Mr. Shelton, Ratchet since 91. Steve L. the Mac, I hope you enjoyed your birthday. MXC. Xavier, salute. He says, let's put up what he says. He says, Drew act worse the female. I'm reading how you wrote it. But talk so hard. Well, damn. Well, goddamn. The show just started. And you stalkers, y'all don't waste any time. That's all right. There'll be a link. Xavier Smooth. See, someone beat me to it. So now you got to subscribe. So I'll see you coming in. And as expected, this clown been on YouTube for 5 years. He only got 6 subs. This is real rich. Hey, yo, dude. Hell no. Hell no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you serious? And I saluted this brother before I even read the comment. I don't even know where this is coming from, y'all. You see what I mean? Like when a person could look at you and not know you, but they know that, but you know, well, they know that they want to be you in every way, shape, and form. And then I go to his channel. I said, okay, it's a real channel. And you got a musty beard and a dirty wife beater on with a spaghetti chain and a cross on it. What you got going on? Are you Muslim or Christian? What's happening here? God damn, the show just started. Oh my God, let's hear what you got to say. What are you saying?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Xavier.
That's kind of pretty before it gets started. Oh, Froggy went courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy went courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy went courting, he did ride a sword and a revolver by his side. Crambo killed la 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 la. That's a hard part right in there, and then nephew. Crambo killed a la la la, flop a doodle yellow bug, too long did he cover up top bottom it. Crambo. Aliole! And the yodel goes.
What? Oh my God, what in the entire ass is this? Wait. Oh my God. Oh. Rod Neal in that super chat, he said Jake Paul destroying Tank in the media. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But let me give this dude his 10 seconds of fame. Oh my God. Oh God. Okay, I'm going to play a video. Okay, you can thank me later. Let's bring it back. Who are you?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Xavier Smooth.
Let me give you some advice, brother. Get a green screen. All right, you're hard to look at. All right, you're very hard to look at. Oh my God, if Eddie Kane had a beard, it'd be this nigga. Iron that fucking wife beater or make it fitted. Make it fitted or iron it. You look homeless, but you're living somewhere, so it's a living contradiction. You're putting this on the World Wide Web, social media. People everywhere could see this. Please look presentable. What are you saying here?
What's up, YouTube? Man, I can't wait.
Yo, why do you got clothes leaned over a chair back there? What are you doing? And these are the people that come in here trying to fire shots. Are you kidding me?
For this Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis fight, man, this is a dope fight.
Okay, so you're trying to talk boxing. Here's what I don't understand. Now, I want y'all to see this. When I say it's always us, I assure you, I don't know this nigga. Never met him at a fight. I don't know who he is, where he's. I don't know. My first interaction with him is today, right here. What is his problem? I don't know. Came in the door calling me soft. What is that, brother? You see what I mean? All skin folk ain't kin folk. You see this? Man, Tank bring them out, don't they? Let's see what else you got going on your channel. Okay, you got 6 subs. And nigga, wait a minute.
Man, I'm so disgusted with this R. Kelly trial, man. Like, this is crazy.
My man. Hold on. He's doing a video about R. Kelly from his bed. You're doing an R. Kelly video from your bed? And once again, your room dirty. Why is your closet open? Do you got one of those things you hang your shoes on the back of your door? You know, women do videos like this from the bed. Are you going to show some feet so you can see the shoes hanging on the back of their door? And then you talk about free R. Kelly? Nigga, you ain't serious. You're gay. So let me give you some advice. Trying to come into the strong house and insulting me doesn't build your channel. So you can chop this up, right? You can chop this up and create some sort of personal beef that you have with me and make it up in your mind. Knuckle dragger, I don't know you. Knuckle dragger, you don't know me. Knuckle dragger, no one cares about your opinion about boxing or R. Kelly. Now, what you should have did was come in here peacefully, holler at me behind the scenes and say, hey, man, I'm trying to build my channel. And I would tell you, I don't know everything, but I can tell you what works for me. And the first thing I would have told you is make sure your face is okay if you're going to turn your camera on. If you don't want to clean your house, turn it on. Get yourself an avatar that's appealing. Or you can clean your crib and smile and be consistent with your content, whatever it is, and shake my hand virtually, make a new friend. It's called social media. This shit here, I don't know where this is coming from. But good luck to you. I may have killed you. And trying to buddy up with the ops to grow your channel, that shit stopped working like 6 years ago. Because a lot of them niggas came and went. They came and went. I could teach you a lot about AI. I could teach you a lot about production. I can also teach you a lot about shaving. I could teach you a lot about health and wellness. I could teach you a lot about push-ups. The fuck? Let me read this Cash App from my brother Eric Jordan. He said, holy ish. One of Miguel's monkey coons to get his cheek clapped. You see, now you got to get this work. Eric Jordan continues, and salute to you, brother, in that super chat. You know what's about to happen to you, right? You know what's about to happen to you, right? What is your name even? Exika? Exika, man?
Give power to my nigger sword!
I'm okay, I get it. You're a Tank fan. That's all right, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna give you exactly what you need. This nigga's talking about free R. Kelly. And his other video was about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. So those are your only two videos, right? And you've been on YouTube since 2020? Well, you know what? Man, fuck out of here, dude. You're done. So I hope you enjoyed your 2 seconds of funk. Jamal, Stormy, salute. Main Biker, salute. David Scott, my brother, salute. Sips protein shake. Hope you learned something. Ladies and gentlemen, unprovoked. Unprovoked. I don't know him. I don't know him. And the knuckle dragger came in firing shots. Unprovoked. Unprovoked. You see what I mean? What, I hurt your feelings? I hurt your feelings about Tank? Well, watch this. This really gonna hurt. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna read this as a family, okay? We're gonna read this as a family, all right? Since everyone got smoked for us, we were just pointing out the car crash. Like the cars done crashed already, there's bodies, and Tank ran away from the scene. Because he does things like that. Am I lying? He gets into accidents and then runs away from the scene. You know, he runs over pregnant chicks and then leaves the scene. Am I lying? That's what happened, right? All right, good. So I ain't got to lie on him. All right, I ain't got to lie on him. Oh, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Okay, he got into a car accident and left the scene, left the car, left the scene, as if knowing down in Baltimore wouldn't say wherever it was, wouldn't say, hey man, I like Tank Davis. He left the car, left the scene, and the person he hit was a pregnant woman. So that happened. Okay? Went to court and everything. But all the smoke for me, what I say about these niggas. Let's read as a family. Unique Dawn, salute. Main biker back in that super chat. He says, but I thought Tankisha was getting the bag. Oh, yeah. But let's see if I asked these knuckle draggers, do they have smoke? Did I miss a lot of super chat? My brother Trill Will was like, bruh, do you see this stuff? Do you see this stuff? Now, I don't know where a dude, Xavier Smooth, that is the get, okay, bro. Get help. That's what you do. You get help. Again, y'all, don't know who dude is, unprovoked. Just came in here firing shots. I don't know what the fuck that is. But let's talk about this situation, because that bag that y'all were bigging up Tank to getting, he legitimately just blew it. Now, mind you, let's take it a step back before we read this as a family. I said, you know what? I've given up on the idea that Tank is going to fight any of his contemporaries. I have a screenshot of 15 people he could have fought. In the last 6 years, he didn't do anything. And the one person on that list that he did fight, he fought to a draw, and he refused to run it back. Y'all said, leave the boy alone. Stop hating on black people. Let him get his bag. I said, you know what? Get his bag. And, I'm sorry. And y'all niggas said, oh, don't worry. After he fights Jake Paul, he going to spin the block. He going to fight Devin and T.O. And, no, I'm sorry. He's going to beat Devin and beat T.O. and beat Shakur. And I said, wait a minute. Stop beating your meat. He said he's gonna retire. He said he's retiring at the end of 2025. Him and Al Heyman. That's what he said. Big Joe Townsend, salute. Thomas, Jim Diamond, Chilltown. I miss you in the chat. Know that I love you. I said the man said he's retiring. So I made peace with it because I refuse to argue with you guys. I said, you know what, Stephen X, salute. I said, you know what? I want him to get his. First, y'all said it was 100 mil. Y'all know I don't like talking about money. I said, I don't care how much it is. Make it and get the fuck out the sport. Then we found out it was 40 mil. Tank didn't even know that Jake Paul was the one signing his check, which is ridiculous in itself. And he can't even get that right. He can't even get that right. I left it alone. I said, look, man, fight Jake Paul. Don't care what happens. But, well, I don't care what happens, but you better not lose. Because you're going to be the laughing stock of boxing. They're not going to care if you're 135 and he's 200 pounds. They don't care about that. Because you know what they're going to say? Well, his black ass, listen to the language, his black ass got in there. You became a hoe for 40 million. But whatever. You know what I said? Get your bread. Get out the sport. Take your fans with you. Get the therapy you said you wanted to get. And raise those babies. That's what I said, did I not? I backed off. Didn't like it. Lamont Roach moved on. Shakur moved on. Devin Ben moved on. And we left Mellow Yellow alone. Did we not? Right. And he was about to make his bag, right? We left him alone. We said the fight sucks, but go ahead and make your money. And I said the fight sucks. Go ahead, Freedom's March, salute. Make your bread. The general. And you know I'm ending on time because I need to be there. Yes, sir. So we left the kid alone to get his bread, and he can't even get that right. Please explain to me how we're wrong. After he done told Shakur and told Lamont Roach, yeah, I snatch it. I said, well, never mind that. I'll show you exactly what he said to Lamont Roach. Exactly, because you a bitch. Now go sit down and put your hand on your chin and figure out how that happened to your mans. Same way I put food in your mouth, I took it. Snatch. Well, nobody did this to you, Tanky Wanky, but yourself. What part of the game is it where a fighter is in camp for a fight and you in a strip club beating up bitches? Allegedly. Now watch this. Even if this bitch is lying, and again, let me go on record saying, I hope she's lying. I hope she's lying. Let me say it one more time. I hope she's lying. They lied on Rolly Romero when he was supposed to fight Tank. Remember that? What happened to those chicks? They started rallying up and saying, oh, yeah, he did this, he did this. What happened to that case? You know what Rolly did? Rolly said, I ain't do it. He made sure he said that. I ain't do it. The rest, his lawyer said, shut up, don't say anything. And they took care of it. And eventually he got the Tank fight. For those of you that don't remember, that's how Isak Cruz stepped in and fought Tank. That's how that happened. Okay? And what did Tank say after the fight? Oh, a new star is born. So you can pass the baton to guys like Isak Cruz. And shout out to Isak Cruz. I love his story. He needed that fight to support himself, to support his family. And he's made, some money. And he's a major player. He's one-dimensional, but, I like his style. But he's one-dimensional, but he's there. I'm happy for Isak Cruz. Yes, I am. I said that. But what happened to the women that accused Rolly Romero? What happened to that? I didn't drag him for that. I treated that the same way. I said, look, this is what's happening. It sounds funny. He's in camp to be facing Tank. And then this comes out. I don't know what this is about. I treated that the same way. So now here Mellow Yellow is, what are you doing at a gentleman's club? What are you doing there when you're supposed to be in camp? What are you doing there? You're putting yourself in that situation, knowing that you have a history of having problems. So even if he's telling the truth, he might have to cut a check. You know that happens, right? But don't get mad at me, Tank fans. Wait a minute. I want to know if y'all gonna go at Jake Paul. Y'all can't. You know why? Because the Lord giveth, the Lord take it away. Snatch, like how he said to Lamont Roach. I snatch, right? Well, unfortunately, Tank, you can't keep your hands to yourself outside the ring, but everybody you throwing punches at is of the opposite sex, allegedly. Allegedly, right? But I didn't see you get on your social media and say, I didn't do it like Rolly did. Rolly kept it meek. He said, I didn't do it. And that was all he said. Tank didn't even say that. You know what Tank did say? Tank did say it was a beautiful day in boxing yesterday since Victor Conte passed. Your man's is a dirtbag, bro. I was just saying he was a coward. And he's a self-hating coward at that. That's what I was saying. Get out the sport, raise those babies. That's what I said. But now he's a dirtbag. He's a dirtbag. I don't even think he's even met Victor Conte. I don't even think he's even spoken to Victor Conte. Now, let me disarm you fools. But Drew, you said you hope Tyson Fury die in a car fire. I stand on it. I stand on it. You want to know why? Well, refer to my live yesterday. I reviewed everything about Tyson Fury. You know what? You'll never call me a liar. There's never going to be a situation that I take that position on a person. I take that stance on a person. And you got some people saying, well, we don't know. And other people that agree with me. No. Everything about Tyson Fury I said is 100% accurate. Is he not friends with a cartel leader who's responsible for many murders? Who's responsible for MTK Global? who can't set foot on American shores. And because of that association, he can't set foot on American shores. Is he not a drug abuser? Is he not a drug he's a drug abuser, and he hangs out with a dealer. Human trafficking, guns, drugs, that's his boy. And when I said what I said straight to Sugar Hill's face, y'all didn't hear the context. I said, Sugar, you know what I thought? I said, you know, Sugar Hill's in that corner. You the only black man over there. You in that corner. And I said, man, you did all that to this brother. I hope all of y'all die in a car fire. And I said that straight to Sugar Hill's face. But I said, you know what, though? You say you have no idea what was going on. You have no knowledge of this cheating and stuff like that. I said, Sugar, I'll take you at your word, but I hope you understand the term in concert, because only you know whether you're telling the truth or not. That's between you and God. That's what I said. I didn't say die in a car fire and then jump off the live stream. That's not what happened. But here you Tank fans are. Y'all are all put on Front Street as of yesterday. And Tank, with the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, attacked a man who was fighting cancer. He's dead. He paid his debt to society. He has a thriving company. I don't know why y'all acting like Devin and Bud is the only people over there. Benavidez is over there. Caleb Plants, White Ass is over there. And a litness of other athletes is over there. I asked y'all, name the athlete that popped dirty while because of the snack program. Name the athlete. There's been only one athlete that was on snack, but he popped dirty for something else that had nothing to do with the supplements. So when I ask y'all these questions, y'all can't answer because y'all are uneducated like Tank. He's not educated. And y'all running behind this fool. And this fool is, rather than focusing on his career, he's running behind bottle girls. Do y'all know how ridiculous this is? You in camp. What are you doing at the Gentleman's Club, man? This is your last fight out. Take it serious. This was his most dangerous fight. Because I'm telling you, Jake was going to try and body bag him. He might not know that God is still looking out for him. God ain't want you going out like Apollo Creed. God might still have some other plans for you. And there's still time for Tank to get right. This was his farewell check. Well, he ain't getting that. So now he has to continue his career. Dum, da-dum, dum. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm going to do another one of these. I'm going to remove the old faces and put in the possible faces. Linares out of here. Loma out of here. Josh Taylor out of here. Let's see. Cambosis out of here. Let's see. Regis Prograis out of here. Mikey Garcia out of here. But I'm going to replace them. And I'm going to see what y'all going to say. But he ain't gonna make 40 mil fighting one of those guys. He's gonna have to fight at least 3 or 4 to make that 40 million. You see how stupid you are, Tank? And salute to my cats over there on Rumble. Salute. There go my brother LaRon. Yeah, hey bro. I'm in the building. I just had to cook some Tank Maniac. Came in here firing shots at me. I don't know that bum ass nigga. Rewind it back. LaRon, there was a dude at the beginning of the show, and y'all go subscribe to Broken Traditions. I don't know who this nigga is. Whatever, man. Please wear a clean tank top when you address me. Holy shit. Man, oh, my God. And it's always the niggas. It's always you knuckle draggers. But let's read this as a family. This is what Jake Paul pulled out on Twitter yesterday. Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. He didn't waste no time, did he? ATX, my brother, salute. He ain't wasting no time. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. Wow. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, Diva, to the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit.
Whoa! What the
So now supporting him is a sin against God. Now, when I told y'all just last week, y'all have all this smoke for the black content creators. We're not cutting our cameras on and just clowning him and, you know, talking about shit that had nothing to do with boxing. All of our gripes came from what he's not doing in the sport. Now, YouTube just snatched 24 eyes off of my channel just now. I just saw it. I was at 124. It dropped down to 100. Now it's at 94. That's YouTube, y'all. That's Miguel. I told y'all. This is Miguel and Jerome. They're spooning this morning. They're spooning this morning. People watching on their phones, the shit starts spinning. You gotta back out and back and come back in. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep cooking. You know what? I might cook Tank for the rest of the week because I feel like it. Because I feel like it. Now.
Wow.
Oh shit. Breaking news, nigga. Yo, Blue just put up a video. Yeah, I hit my device right here. That's why you heard Blue's voice. Terrence Crawford saves man from jumping off Iowa Bridge. Man praises him. Man, listen. Didn't I just say you bud could do it all? I told you, he's with the pro stars now, man. I told y'all. Now, Bud Crawford's out here doing shit like this, and Tank is doing what exactly? Hey, man.
Do you suck dicks?
Y'all go ahead. But let's get back to what Jake Paul said. But when I told y'all last week, y'all need to just stay off of our channels. You already know what we gonna do with Tank. We're gonna ask, why not your contemporaries? The money's there too. Why not this? Why not that? Y'all arguing with us, and I asked y'all gonna give Paulie Malignaggi the same smoke? Max Kellerman the same smoke? Mike Coppinger the same smoke? What about that black dude that's on the panel with them now? Y'all will jump past all those white faces and go straight to him, won't you? Because y'all comfortable. Like this nigga that came in this morning, he comfortable. But you better come with some facts, because I'm going to drop this link, and I know you're watching. I'm going to drop this link. The fuck was his name? Exa. Yeah, you in the chat, nigga. I know you watching. You in the chat, nigga. I know you watching. There you go. He's right there. I see you. So I'm going to read this and I'm going to drop the link. I'd tell you to turn your camera on, but I've seen enough. But I'm going to read this. He says, I didn't want to give this woman abuser, look, this guy, Jake's not wasting, he ain't pulling no punches. Like he wouldn't have pulled any punches in the ring. I told you, I didn't want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. My company champions women. He's not lying. I'm so sorry to everyone involved. Oh my God. Mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard. prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool. Let that marinate. Let that marinate.
You fool-ass earth man.
For this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. You're reading it. This ain't me. This is Jake Paul. You're reading it. Run that back. Just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. Now, when we got on here and was like, come on, Tank, be better. Tank, stay out of the, what are you doing? Stop this, Tank, what's going on? Y'all just hating on Tank. Tank from the 20s. He's from the 20s. Okay. Well, look where it got him. Look where remember Chris Rock? No, I'm sorry, not Chris Rock. It wasn't Chris Rock. Dave Chappelle. When keeping it real goes wrong. No, I think that was that Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock? No, I think that was Chris Rock. When keeping it real goes wrong. That was Chris Rock. Here you go. Lose his unintelligent mind again. And when I told you there's something wrong with this guy, and then he co-signs what I said when he said, hey, I want therapy. I said, well, there it is. At least he understands. It was Dave Chappelle. It was Chappelle. Salute. Thank you. Yeah. Now what? So now Jake Paul got to tell y'all. Now I'm at 118. Now I'm at 118. So everybody that they zapped the feeds to, the 25 to 26 people watching that they zapped, they backed out and came back in. That was YouTube. Thank you, Miguel, and your bend over buddy, Jerome. You can't stop the truth. Because now the truth is coming from that white man. Now what? Never mind. Understand, Tank fans, our critique was actually concerned because we didn't want this for him. Because now Mike Coppinger, Max Kellerman, Dan Raphael, Steve Kim, Jake Paul, Paulie Malignaggi. When I told you now old media is on his ass, they really about to bury him. Now other fighters, guess what? Tank might not be the A side. That's a conversation. Will he sell some seats? Probably. But now the intrigue is going to be, hey, man, do I want to put my name on this shit? Do people want to show up to watch him lose? Where's the sisterhood, the feminist movement? Why aren't they on Tank's bumper? Why aren't they on Jesse Butler's bumper? If y'all don't know who Jesse Butler is, tune in to Pep Talk tonight. Where the sisterhood at? Who's defending this kid, man? I'll read on. It's scary that devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture in sports. Top of culture. Culture? Jake's firing shots. Because guess what? There's nothing about Tank Davis that represents me. Hello. Nothing, not a goddamn thing. I speak proper English. I have a wife, not a baby mama. I'm in tune with my community. But Jake Paul just said the culture. What does he mean? Y'all tell me what he means. Hey, Tank fans, can you tell me what he means? Wait a minute. Are you offended by this? Do you represent what Tank represents? Look what he's dealing with right now. Jake Paul, the white man, just out and out fired a shot right in your face, and y'all don't even know. It's a day later now. Y'all don't even know what he's saying, do you? That's all right. I would say I got you covered, but you won't listen to me because I'm a hater. So I'm just going to go ahead and read on. It's scary that devilish men, he called you a devil. This white man called you a devil. Devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture in sports, including in positions of power. Oh my Lord. Oh, it's a new day. You got the white man calling this little nigga devil, and you got Floyd Mayweather, who he's a rabbi. That motherfucker got a diamond-studded yarmulke. I'm not kidding. Video coming soon. A diamond-studded yarmulke. Huh? There you go. He goes on to say, I hope you people. What do you mean, you people? Yo, look, y'all deal with this. I saw this coming. Y'all had all the smoke for people that looked like you when we were just saying, Tank, fight somebody, Tank, fight somebody, Tank, fight somebody. Do you know if he fought Tio and Devin and Shakur and beat 2 out of 3 of them, he could have told Jake to go to hell? Why isn't anyone saying, yo, Jake, you ranked the cruiserweight. Go fight Jaro Patai. Go give him that payday. No, because then you're asking him to get killed at that point. But it's okay to ask for Tank to get killed, but it's not okay to ask Jake to go fight a real fighter. He could jump. It's Jake Paul. He could jump the line. Go fight Jaro Patai. We know how that ends. Y'all want to get Andre Ward off the couch. I know Andre Ward stays in some shape, but stop it. Don't do that. Leave him alone. Y'all thinking, hey, man, Ward's going to go in there and do this, do that. Yeah, y'all said the same thing about Mike Tyson. Why? What sort of fascination with him fighting all these retired black fighters or fighters that are not really boxers? They're like MMA guys that understand some boxing, but not all. He's ranked at cruiserweight. Tell him to fight somebody in the top 10. What y'all doing, man? Leave Andre Ward alone, man. And by the way, low key, the motherfuckers in power, they would love to see Andre Ward lose because he's another nigga that got away undefeated. And he took out the King Devil himself on the way out, Sergey the Crusher Kovalev. Beat his ass. So they wanted to get that get back for a long time. But I'll continue to read. I hope you people, moving forward, look beyond his fake streetwear pieces, swag, and search for something deeper to be a fan of. He's talking straight to you YouTubers. He's talking straight to y'all. He's from the trenches and chrome hearts and painted nails and tattoos and braided hair. Glorified nut juggling contests. Exactly, Stormy. I'm going to call Ken. You know what? Shit. Maybe I'll try and get Kendall Gill on the show tomorrow morning. Because y'all don't know Kendall Gill. He like fighting old cats, right? Kendall Gill's in his mid-50s. Retired NBA player, 6'8". He wanted that smoke for like 4 years now. Tell him to fight Kendall Gill. He ignored that. You know why? Kendall Gill throw hands. He says, as for me, it's on to the next one, as always, anyone, anytime, any place. Jake. So, Tank fans, you got smoke for good old Jake? Tell me. There's your link. Tell me where I'm wrong. Let me pin it. XZVS, that's for you too. Pull up. I want to know what your deal is. Come on now. Come on here and defend Mellow Yellow. You ain't saying nothing to me. What is your thoughts about what Jake Paul had to say? You already know what I had to say. But come on here and defend Tank. Please, defend what Jake Paul had to say in that letter. That's a real letter. That's not no boxing ego letter. That's a real letter. Because it was signed, sealed, and delivered. They was promoting it and everything. Tank was about to make $40 fucking million, and he can't even get that right. Insane. What up, brother?
Top of the AM, Drew. How you doing this morning?
I'm blessed, brother. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm cool. And I really just tapped in, you know what I'm saying, to do some exposing this morning since it's Monkey Tuesday. So I got to expose some monkeys real fast. The other night I'm cooking on my partner Artman channel, you know what I'm saying? I'll be cooking cash, right? So I'm looking in the chat and this name came up that I knew, Auckland LD TV.
Hey, whoa. Chill. Just do me a solid, brother. And
okay.
I know you mean well. I don't know what happened with him. Well, I do, but I don't. But he don't deal with us, and I don't deal with him, and I'll just leave it there.
Okay. So it makes sense now.
I don't know what happened.
It makes sense.
I never had. Let me just say this. I never had no interaction with him. I seen him around, and the next thing you know, he wasn't around. I don't know what happened. People send me screenshots all the time about they're not like starting trouble. They're just asking you what happened, and my response was, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know where we were wrong at. I don't know. But when it happens like that, the best thing for me to do is just separate myself and just say, okay, well, be blessed. I'm good. So I saw screenshots before. I don't know what happened, but he can go ahead and do his thing, and we over here doing our thing, and it's all peaceful over here. But I appreciate that.
That's for sure. That's 100. Okay, so now we passed that. Let's move on a little bit. I don't know if y'all got my prediction for the fight coming up. But I got Devin Haney stopping Brian Norman Jr. in 6 or 7 rounds with an easy victory. It could be a unanimous decision, but I think Brian Norman gonna fall flat in the 6th or 7th due to Devin Haney's high IQ and knowing how to feint Brian Norman to death, because Brian Norman bites on everything. So a couple of feints, a get him open and a knock him square out.
Wow.
Salute to the LDBC. I'm about
salute, brother. Much love. Hold on. I'm responding to my brother Jose. Well, let me say this, Jose. Don't even sweat it. This sort of thing happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. People are just like mad sensitive. When I choose to not deal with someone, I just don't deal with them. And like I told y'all, there's people that I don't deal with right now that you'll never know, because I don't broadcast it. The only time I broadcasted it when like I had enough. Like enough was enough. It's like, yo, I don't know why this dude keep doing this. This dude keep going over here and saying this. I did that on Bruce Gas. I left him alone for a year straight, and y'all didn't even know it. Then I found out he's somewhere else on another black channel trying to start trouble by bringing up my name. And the reason why I got super offended at that is because it was a black channel. Why you as an old white man trying to incite a black on black situation? And that got me angry. With KQKC, we stopped dealing with him at least a year and some change before y'all even realized it. I stayed out of his chat. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't say anything about him until I couldn't, because he just kept at it. And I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck? We left you alone, bro. Stop talking. You know what I mean? So, I try to avoid that shit. But whatever, man. I ain't even like that. You know what I'm saying? But you, ex Sevilla, you're watching me, bro. I see you. I need you to click the link, man. I need to know what's to you. Rabbit, what up? Mook, my brother Mook, what's good? Go subscribe to my brother Mook Styles. Jersey. Salute. This dude, Xavier, is still here. I need you to come explain yourself. What the fuck was that this morning? There's still time, brother. You could redeem yourself. You came in firing shots, I fired right back. You threw a knife, I hit you with a rocket. But that's done now. Chris, what up? Des, what up? That's done now. I want to know what's to you. Click the link, man. Click the link. Any Tank fan, click the link. But you don't want to click the link after I read what Jake Paul had to say? It's not me, it was him. But you mad at something that I said about Tank? Chill. Oh yeah, my brother, that's my brother. Chill well.
Hey, what's happening, bro?
What's good, Brody?
Hey, I don't know if you have to call me. Cause Insane's right. You just a lot of stuff you don't know that I do. But
no, I know, brother. You know what it is?
Yeah,
you know what it is?
Yeah. You say it's good you stay out of it though, because people they like to. You remember? I'll give you an example. You remember when I made that video where I nuked the shit out of a couple people, right? I ain't gonna mention names here because it ain't worthy of even doing. But you remember that video? So it stems from there. That's just I'll leave it there. Just call me. Let me.
I'll hit you later. And before you go, brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to you on your 10K, bro. I'm so fucking happy for you, man. You have no clue. I was here for all of it, the whole ride, man. Remember, we was all around at the same time when we started.
Yep.
And I want you to remember, never forget, Mac and the South salute, never forget the journey. You feel me? When the LDBC was in its infancy and how, we had to sort some things out. And, we was here from the King Louis situation. I don't know what that brother's doing. I hope he's well. I hope King Louis is well.
Me too.
He's well. I never had a problem with that, brother. And sidebar, the last time I spoke to King Louis was at the beginning of the pandemic. In the last conversation we had over the phone, he asked me if I was okay. And I said, yeah, I'm okay, brother. And he says, all right, man, I hope it, because things are nervous out here, man. And the last thing, what the last thing King Louis said to me? King Louis said, all right, bro, I love you, bro. And I said, I love you too, bro. And that was the last time I spoke to him. And it hurt me that, he was at odds with certain people that I was cool with, you know what I'm saying? But I never got in the middle of it, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to diffuse situations. You feel me?
You diffuse a lot of situations people don't know about.
I did,
and you kept me from crashing out a lot of times when people desert. But what people don't understand is people see the result. People see, oh, Trill Will is going at this person or that person, or Trill, and then people start using that as ammo against me. Oh man, Trill Will always is so. No, Trill Will always protected his people. Trill Will always standing up for people, even if they don't stand up for him. He's still standing up for his people. Period.
That's it. And behind the scenes, that's why I say it all the time. These cats have no idea what I've done behind the scenes to try and mediate situations, and it doesn't work out all the time.
No,
and I'm cool with that. But when it doesn't work out, I back off, and there's no mention of it, and I leave it alone. And sometimes it's like the more I leave it alone, the louder one of the parties get. And it's like, yo, come on, man, relax, bro. No one's bothering you. What's going on? Go ahead and do your thing. Right. So in reference to the brother Opulent LD, I never had any interaction with him. I don't know him. I've never spoken to him. I may have saluted him in the chat. I know he was wrenched up here. I don't know what happened.
The wild part is the nigga chose where he at. He didn't have nothing to do with nothing going on. He chose to be an op. He chose to go over there when all them dudes were talking shit about the LDBC, were calling us the LGBTQ community and all this, with KQKC over there talking shit about the ones who was donating this nigga money and shit. This nigga was sitting over there with him. He chose to go over there, bro.
Well,
that's what he did.
That's where he is. That's what he chose to be. And I think this is the only time I've ever said his name on my live stream. And I'm still not on here talking about, oh, fuck that nigga. I don't have to do all of that, bro.
Bro, this dude literally disrespected a condo in my chat and didn't think I was going to say something to him about it. Then he texts me on some weird shit the next day trying to pretend like he didn't say nothing wrong. In a room full of 180 people, you said some disrespectful shit to my motherfucking brother, bro. That Akondo's my brother. That is my brother. Like legit, that's my guy, that's my dog. Everybody who knows me knows that. But you said some disrespectful stuff to him, and then you expect me not to say nothing to you about it. And then on top of that, you chose to side with the ops who've been on the internet lying on me the whole time until I got tired and I told my side of the story. Now you don't hear my name nowhere. But funny. Now all of a sudden, now I'm a BAN, I'm this, I'm that, and yada yada yada. LDBC ain't this. We're a cult, we're a gang, we this. The same op pack that all this other weirdos who done betrayed use the LDBC to get clout, to build their channel up, to build their brands up, and now the next thing you know, now we okay. I was giving them money, I was doing it. Nobody asked you to do none of that shit, nigga. You chose to, but you chose to be an op. So I just wanted to make that clear.
Well, that's good for him, and I hope he's well. I don't know what he says unless someone sends it to me, and I'm just not interested. You feel me? You know,
he's just a weirdo. It ain't worth your time, bro. It ain't worth your time, bro.
It's really not. But I wanted to tell you,
it's the same thing with that other dude with the dirty couch. All they want is attention. It's just like bro, here it is. They just like white supremacists. White supremacists need an emotional reaction from somebody who's winning in order for them to feel like they winning. That's the reason why these people keep taking shots at LDBC members. That's the reason why they keep taking shots at me. But I ignored him, and you see what it got me. I got the 10,000 subs without worrying about these dumbasses.
And that's what I wanted to congratulate you about,
because of my
brother.
brother like you. You the reason why I got there. BFTB the reason I got there. The General, Mr. Shelton, Main Event Mart, Joe Townsend, Birdman, the PMP Squad, all of them, Soul Power, all these people who done encouraged me behind the scenes and told me, Will, don't stop. You got a voice. People want to hear what you got to say. I love every last one of y'all. You can't choose your relatives, but you can choose your family. And I'm glad I chose the dopest family in the universe. I'm so glad I got y'all as my brothers. I'm so glad I got y'all as my family. I love y'all. Fuck these other niggas, bruh. That's what I want to get up here and say. Fuck them niggas. But I just want to say that was validity.
I'm down for my niggas, man.
Can I say one thing real fast?
I literally want to just get up here and say, basically, that Insane was not wrong with what he said. Motherfuckers just start shit on the internet just for attention, bro. And that's all it is.
I know. And I saw the evidence. I know.
But can I say one thing real fast? Just real quick?
Yeah, because I definitely want to get back to boxing. I definitely want to get back to boxing.
Let me just say this real fast. Artman had nothing to do with that. Artman didn't know nothing what was going on. Artman ain't got nothing to do with that. What dude was dissing the LDBC? Artman has nothing to do with that. He got love and respect for the LDBC. Once again, Artman got nothing to do with what dude was saying.
I got Artman's number. Me and Artman been cool.
Yeah.
Artman, he ain't in
Artman
that
family.
weird ass shit. He just take care of his daughter, take care of his old lady, and talk boxing and piss off racists. That's all he does. That's why me and Artman still cool. No, I've never let somebody like Lonnie get on the internet and make me think that somebody as solid as Artman is a fuckboy, when I know Lonnie's the only fuckboy on the internet.
Hey,
so, you know,
real quick, yo, that dude went left because I was real cool with the homie from like way back in the day when he had his actual name, his full name. But homie went left the same time the Ryan Garcia shit happened.
I know about that.
And you know why? Because that's who he's laying with. He's laying with Ryan's people. So yeah,
okay.
That's why he went weird. It's like I can't side with these pro-blacks anymore.
Y'all see how I treat it? I treat it like it didn't even happen because it was irrelevant to me. Because we're working over here. Dan, coach fell off. I want to get back to boxing. I don't even want to give that guy any more time, but I appreciate the explanation. I appreciate all of it.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So, before you get started on boxing, your birthday is coming up, right?
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to make sure. Scorpio season on deck.
Scorpio's on deck. You know what it is. On my mama.
Already, Stephen L. Already. Happy belated birthday, Brody.
Thank you.
Let me say something. This dude, Xavier Smooth, is still here.
Drew, he ain't gonna leave.
He's still here. He's still here. Do you need help? Let me because you tried to come on here and roast me in the chat, and I destroyed you with a nuke. You threw a pebble at me, and I hit you with a nuke. All right, that's done now. You know, it's like, you know, Japan, you know, it was the Kingdom of Japan, and we dropped the bomb on their ass, and now they're making cell phones and anime for us. All right, so that's over now. All right. Xavier, I need you to click the link. I want to know what's to you. Let me go to my brother, Coach Eddie, man. Coach Eddie in the building. Salute to you, good brother.
Salute, brother Drew. What's happening with you, man?
I'm great, brother. How are you?
Man, I'm good, brother. First of all, I just want to comment on the Bud thing situation where he able to talk the gentleman off committing suicide. Muhammad Ali did the same thing. He talked the man off the ledge.
Yes, he
did.
did.
That's the same thing. So I should shout out to him, but Bud taking the time out of his day to go there and see about another human being that was having obviously a terrible day. He was thinking about committing suicide. As far as the Tank situation, I think a lot of times the reason why we're not getting a lot of women coming after him because they view him, they look at him, they have something in common with him. That's why they're not attacking him. They attacked Jonathan Majors. You remember that? Black women came after Jonathan Majors.
Now, why'd they do that, Coach? Let me hear what you got to say. Why they do that?
Because he's a masculine man. He represents some masculinity. He looks. Yeah, they can.
He's feminine.
They go to the same nail salon, all of that.
The masculine man, Jonathan Major said, and he got out. You see him darting away. That motherfucker was playing Kang. No, fuck no. That motherfucker turned to the Flash.
He can fucking move, pussy.
And ran away from that chicken. He's still with
I'm gonna tell you another brother too. It was another brother too.
Go ahead.
It was another brother too. The guy who made the Nat Turner movie. The brother who made the Nat Turner movie. The sisters came out after him when he was getting to release that movie and attacked that brother. And they boycotted the man's movie for whatever the reason may have been. I think it may be some type of DV or some type of an incident involving a female. So for Tank to go out here and to do this with this low impulse, Tank, if you know that, first of all, if you're a jealous man, first person gonna know you jealous is you. You don't need to be hooking up with nobody who works in a nightclub situation because they are constantly being hit on by guys who look better than you, who have more money than you, who may have a bigger package than you, who may be just an all-around better man than you, all around.
Let me stop here for 1 second. Let me ask you a question, Coach. Tank's a millionaire, right? He's a millionaire.
Facts.
Okay, but he's chasing after a bottle girl. Wouldn't that be dating down?
Exactly. Dating down.
Always talking about, I need someone equally yoked. I can't date a guy that's making my money or less. When men do that shit all the time. But women are used to this dysfunctional shit. But Jonathan Majors did a photo spread that looks suspect as hell. But I remember sisters, the brother's a millionaire, an actor. I think he's about 6 feet tall. He's in shape. He got a six-pack. But these sisters kept talking about how wide his nose was, how dark his skin was, and how his hairline was confusing. And that's how they Jonathan Majors. And then they get mad when Jonathan Majors started dating a white chick. And when that white chick did what she did to him, they were saying good for him.
Yeah.
You sisters, man. You sisters. And y'all not coming for Tank. He literally, allegedly beat the shit out somebody. But go ahead, Coach.
Hey. Yeah, exactly. Even they'll come out, they'll defend Cardi B. They'll defend Cardi B. They'll defend Meg Thee Stallion, against other black men, whether it was true or not, allegedly, whatever the case may be. But with Tank, for him to go out there and first of all, mess up generational wealth. You know how much work that had to take. This man actually had to sit there. This is premeditated. He was sitting there. He was fuming probably the whole day, going back and forth with this girl. He jumps in the car, puts his clothes on, jumps in the car, drives himself down there or has somebody drive him down there, jumps out of the car, enters the club, and physically accosts this lady and pulls her out of the club. That is a lot of work. This fool literally got fired on his day off, just like Craig did.
Stealing boxes.
You got to be a stupid motherfucker to get fired on your day off.
Pop, somebody kicking you out again? Stop playing.
You got to be a stupid motherfucker to get fired on your day off.
Y'all got to remember, Tank is a bad bitch. That's the reason why these people can relate to him. Tank act just like Sexy Red and all these other degenerate females out here, and they're trying to plaster and make the leader for all these females out here. Tank is just like him. Just like, I got to get my hair did, my nails did. He
Everything.
just like
Girl or vice versa. This motherfucker, Cardi B's latest baby daddy, this nigga got 3 other chicks pregnant at the same time, right now.
Yep.
And Cardi B,
degeneracy, bro. It's degeneracy, bro.
Cardi
That's
B
all it
sits on
is.
the goddamn couch with Oprah's best friend, and when she says, "Are you pregnant?" she says, "Yes," and she says, "Congratulations, congratulations." You listen, man. Back in 1989, 1990, a woman like Cardi B couldn't sit next to Oprah or anybody that frequent her. Anybody, because they cashed out dysfunction like that. But when it became shit on men, everything was a man's fault. Now the women could do anything and everything, and the bitch ass niggas like Tank, they identify with that because Tank had a meltdown that was of feminine nature. Only a woman that is not in control of her feelings does things like wreck the house, smash tires, bust windows out. They made songs about it. I bust the windows
out your car.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget about Carrie Underwood. You know the white girl
truck and go crash it up. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on here? Tank had a feminine meltdown.
Tank needs therapy, dog.
The women that should be on his bumper, they're like, well, shit, I can't be saying anything because I had a case right now. I done cut my baby daddy in his sleep, or I done stabbed my baby daddy. And which one? Baby daddy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Which one? Which one?
6, 7.
So Tank is from that cloth. Tank is cut from that cloth. Now you see, let me take this moment to big up Coach Kenny, Coach Cal, because y'all did the right thing by getting this kid out of his living situation, saw that he had talent, manifested it in the gym, and you put him in a position where he's making millions of dollars, but where y'all failed at was showing him how to be a man. And I don't know how you fumbled that rock, but you did. You don't know how to be a man. Just because your dick work don't mean you're a man. You're not a man.
They let Tank do whatever he want to do. Remember, he's with AB and them back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Wild and crazy.
Hey, Drew, you notice a trend amongst Tank fans and Tank? They're all effeminate ass females. They're all effeminate ass males. That's all they are. They act just like females. They react just like females. They crash out just like toxic females. And I ain't putting this as a brand on all females. I'm just saying the toxic ones.
Yeah, if it don't apply, let it fly.
You see the stereotypical like loud, can't listen to nothing, no accountability, can't tell the truth to themselves to save their lives. Those types.
Okay, now look. Let me pull this dude's page up again because there's something not right with this guy. I'm looking at his avatar. I see, I think that's a woman in the back. There's somebody who's back turned. It looked like some dude walking with his shirt off. Is that dude about to take the stage? Zevia Smooth? When I say take the stage, I don't mean like jumping around rapping. Is he a wrestler? Is he about to go wrestle?
Drew, you got to remember these dudes grew up on Redland. He one of them, bro. Like,
yeah, or is he about to take the stage like a stripper or something like that? Who is that? And then you only got 2 videos. One, you told about Tank and Ryan Garcia. And I know you're a Tank fan, but that's the only boxing video you ever made. The only boxing video you ever made was about Tank and Ryan. And then the other video you made was Free R. Kelly. Now there's some dude backstage named English Gangster. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to turn your camera on because I don't know who you are and why you work on that. Okay, I see your face, brother. You can turn it off if you want to. Enoch Bird says Bruce MF Vane Tank Conspiracy Rabbit Hole video. I heard of that guy, but I don't give him no, and salute Enoch. I don't give him no light at all. So English Gangsters in the building. Salute, brother.
Yeah, salute, bro. What's up, my guy?
Salute. What part of UK you from, brother?
My man's from London, innit?
Yes, sir. What you got, brother? What you got?
Yeah, you know, Tank, yeah, I can't lie, my guy. I'm kind of angry with Tank, you know. I can't believe he pulled out of this fight, man. I can't believe it. I'm really annoyed. I was looking forward to it because I thought I was actually saying that Tank could beat Jake Paul, actually. You know what I mean? And knock him out. But Now I'm actually convinced that Tank is not a real boxer. Tank is not a real good fighter now. I'm convinced because if you look at his last fight, he lost that fight as far as I'm concerned. So I'm kind of lost respect for Tank now. I've lost respect. He needs to fight Shakur Stevenson now. No, you know what I mean? I want Shakur Stevenson to end his career.
Right. Well, here's the dilemma. And I appreciate your opinion. I can't. At first, when you just said I can't believe he pulled out the fight, I said, well, he didn't pull out the fight. I think his circumstances. But you know what? He may have subliminally pulled out the fight, like looking to do something instead of getting in the ring. You feel me? So I understand what you're saying. Furthermore, I just don't see him fighting his contemporaries at this point, even though he has to now. He's in a rock and a hard place. He has to, because it's about the bread, right? That's what his fan base keeps telling us. It's about the money. I was in a position where I was saying, hey, look, man, all right, I've made peace with the fact that I'm not going to get what I want out of him as a supporter of the sport. So you know what, young man, get your bread, go out there and do what you're going to do to Jake Paul, get your money, go take care of those babies, get your therapy, and ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
And he can't even do that right. So at this point, being that the Jake Paul payday is not happening, it would make sense to spin the block and fight Shakur. But you know what the other downside to that is? Has anyone thought that this really killed his A side? This really did it. Because all of those other guys, his contemporaries outside of Lamont Roach, everybody's over there with Turkey now.
Yeah, it has, because right now in boxing, if you upset Turkey, you're not going to be making any money, because Turkey is the reason why these boxers are making a lot now. Like, that's the reason why we're getting the fights we want to see. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, like, with Canelo, even Canelo, like, he tried to annoy Turkey, but in the end, he knew he had to. He knew he had to get with Turkey to make that money.
Yes.
But so the fact that if a fight gets made by Turkey and you pull out of the fight and you annoy him, that's your career done as far as I'm concerned, because he might not want to work with you.
So if he let's say maybe, let's see, January, February, March, let's say March, he says, all right, you know what, Shakur, let's get it. What do you think Turkey's going to pay him to fight Shakur? Just all right, he was going to make 40 versus Jake Paul. What do you think Turkey's going to pay him to fight Shakur? Just, play with the numbers here. I'm not a numbers guy, so, I don't know.
Well, this the thing, he's not gonna, I don't think he's gonna get close to 40 this time, because, he already has shown that he's not reliable now. So,
right.
He's gonna have to, for him to get more, he's gonna have to fight someone dangerous now. He's gonna have to maybe have a super fight with Gervonta Davis or something, or it has to be a bigger step now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, Drew. Because right now he's sitting at just 2 Ferraris right now. That's it.
The goddamn Ferraris. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me go to Black Martial Arts Society real quick. What do you think if he spins a block and he says, hey man, I'll fight Shakur? He goes to Turkey, says, I fight Shakur. What kind of money you think he's gonna give him?
They might screw him and lowball him just to teach him who's boss, to be honest, because now he's in a bad position. Because like they did to Nicholas Lomachenko. Walters ain't take the deal the first time. When they came back around, they gave him half the deal.
Yeah.
They shelved him for a minute. So they'll probably do him like that and get him at a cheap price, like a hoe.
Coach Eddie, same question. What you think Turkey gonna do with him if he says, all right, let me get the Shakur fight now? What you think he gonna do?
Like my man just said, he gonna lowball him, because like right now, you got a desperate man now who's probably, this lawsuit probably just gonna keep growing and growing and growing. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have a man who's gonna be in need of some finances. And the pay-per-view model is kind of dead. Tank not making the money that people say he's making. That Ryan Garcia, that was a one-off. You got to look at the average, what he's making. I don't think he'll get more than $10 million for his next fight. It may be something like 8. Because at the end of the day, Tank is not needed. He is not an asset. He's not an asset in boxing. He isn't. He can go away right now and he will not be missed. You know, and that's 100, man. He'll be missed by his super fans, but for the most part, the guy he's not a regular fighter. You don't see him enough to miss him anyway. He ain't fighting who you want to fight. So what are you really missing by him retiring? So he'll get a low ball offer anywhere between $5 to $8 million is what he'll get. He's not getting it nowhere near no 8-figure payday.
See that? Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Coach Hudson in the building. Salute, brother.
Peace, my brother Drew. Peace to everybody on the panel. Can you hear me, brother?
Yep.
I'm clear.
Hey, man. So my question is, so who really gives and takes away, Tank? Is it you or is it God? Who really gives blessings and takes away blessings? Is it you or is it the Most High? You know, everybody can learn a lesson from this. And like I was saying earlier this morning, whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe in the scriptures or not, right now, Tank is going through his Job moment. You know, the issue is he's on the wrong side of it from the beginning. And for those who don't believe and things like this, let me show you. You know, the book of Job, God and Satan was having a conversation. And the devil says to God, you know what, man, I'm going to test your servant and show you that when I try him, that he would deviate from his straight path. Now, it's such a coincidence to hear somebody like Jake Paul to call the fans of Tank devilish. But I'll address that in a second. Mm-hmm. And in the book, even Job's woman says you should curse God. His lady tells him you should stop being faithful and having integrity because God's not looking out for you anymore. And Job says to the woman, you foolish, wicked woman. And he rebukes the woman. Now, if Tank had the mindset of Job, where would he be right now? If Tank said, you know what, F these women, let me do what God put me in position to do. For those who might not believe in that and you believe in probability, you believe in science, let's really think about this for a second. Think about what Coach Kyle been through. Think about the streets of Baltimore. Think about the divine intervention for a man like Coach Kyle to go through what he went through, be in the gym, see a 7-year-old Tank Davis and say, I need to invest in him and keep him out the street because he has something special. Now, whether you believe in the Most High now, the probability of that, I'm pretty sure you believe in, is almost 1 to 0%. So there had to be some type of divine intervention. The issue is Tank thinks that he has gotten here by himself. The issue is a lot of these young black fighters and a lot of you young black men and old coons think that you are above the program. Our auntie Gail just found out the hard way. As old as she is and as much of a puppet she's been for white supremacy, she's getting her pink slip right now and finding out that nobody is bigger than the program. Is that right?
That's right.
Now you look at Jake Paul. Jake Paul called you fans devilish, called you spineless, called you wicked. He said that you all are following a man that has committed one of the worst sins. Which
Coach, he said you people. He said you people.
Exactly, you people. And I find it crazy that you all don't have the outrage that I've seen you all have the last few years when black content creators have come into these spaces and all we've asked is for Tank to be the best that he can be, for Tank to fight his contemporaries. Where are you all right now? Why aren't you all in the chat right now? Because you're spineless, because you are cowardice and you have selective outrage. You are a self-hater and a purveyor of jealousy and envy and bitterness because you all don't even have that energy towards Jake Paul. Jake Paul didn't just say, I'm calling off the fight. He called your idol out. He said he ain't worth a damn. He said not only that, you who follow him, you ain't shit neither. and y'all don't have no energy for him. So I'm at a point where I realize, and I'm speaking for me for a second. This is Coach Hudson speaking for Coach Hudson. Today is a day of separation. We are not all going to be together because I realize some of you are so wishy-washy in what you want to be outraged about. You call us kings and queens and brothers and sisters on this channel, and then I find you on other channels saying something different. That makes you a liar and a hypocrite. That makes you a brother and a sister that I cannot trust. And you all don't even have the same energy. So I ask you, Tank Davis, do you know who gives and takes away? It is not you, brother. It is the Most High. So not only your biggest payday has been taken away, your stock is now low. And all of you who think you're bigger than the program, you're finding out right now that, there's things we can get away with when we do it to each other. I seen a brother this morning said, yeah, coach, man, they not even having energy for Jake. They're trying to drag Devin for saying rest in peace, Victor Conte.
There you go.
What kind of people are you and have you become? If you can't learn any lesson from this, because you shouldn't laugh when men fall. We should learn a lesson, and we're not laughing. But see, we've been trying to stop this. See, we're more of real supporters of Tank than a lot of you are, because we were the ones trying to say, hey, brother, you're headed for self-destruction if you don't get it right and get it together. And what we all can realize now is, even in the chat right now, we see that they're nowhere to be found. We see that those who love Tank so much have no energy, no defense for what's going on right now. And a lot of times it's a spirit that's inside of you all that's so bitter that when you hear the truth coming out, like a demon that is about to come out of a person doing an exorcism, you really come out of your bag. You really start shaking and trembling and cursing out the truth, because you yourself are a coward. You yourself are a self-hater. And let this be a lesson. I land my plane here. All of you who said, let that man get his money. And we said, money, the love of money is the root of all evil. This is the evil we're talking about. This is how the evil can knock you off of your divine path and not just humble you, because God is the best person to humble you. But not only that, after it's all said and done, you're going to find out who really loved you, who really was a supporter of you.
That's right.
And I land my plane there, brother.
Hey, Drew, can I tag team on what Coach just said?
Yes, sir. Yes,
and what
sir.
he said was phenomenal. And I just had thought, something that you always say, Drew, time is a revealer of all truth. And time is undefeated. No matter who you are, where you are, I don't care how much money you have, how much prowess you have, time is the purveyor of all truth. We watched Tank Davis self-destruct in real time, and we tried to actively stop him. We watched them, the biggest supporters of Tank on the internet, get cussed out by the same person. We watched the man make fun of Lamont Roach, who far be it was the one that ripped the whole glass mask off of this whole fallacy of what Tank being this so-called God amongst men. And God has a funny way of humbling people. And it's wonderful to watch sometimes, but sometimes it teaches you a lesson. And in this lesson, I seen this dude walking around, head up, talking down to everybody who supported him, talking trash about everybody around them, demonizing people who are actually trying to make a legacy or cement a legacy, like Devin Haney, or doing all this wild talking and all this stuff, side talking. I see his fans getting over here trying to make this man a God amongst men. I see them burning bridges because of it. I see them throwing dirt on people's name because of it. I see them with the slick dissing comments. I see them with the videos making like subliminal text, talking shit about people they supposedly be brothers to. I've seen it all. But time always is never gonna fail. Time is always gonna be there. Time is gonna be there. Time is never gonna. One thing about time is always gonna be there to hold you in account, even if nobody walking on this planet will. And I land my plane there.
Time reveals all truth, and a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. And I love what you said there. I love what you said there, because even when Tank was in the middle of his motherfucking meltdown, and he went on his rant, And he said what he said to the brother KO, and we were like, whoa, what's that? These niggas still got mad at us for pointing out the violation. It was the craziest shit. It was the craziest shit. Oh, I don't need no one to get my back. Yo, all right, bro. You go down with the ship. I'm getting on the life raft. Go down with the ship. You go ahead, Captain. I'm good.
You're right, Drew. You're right. But what Coach said was very, very powerful. The hardest lesson I ever had to learn personally is everybody ain't gonna make it. No matter how bad I want them to, everybody ain't gonna make it. They're not. I've had people I helped build channels. You've helped build channels. It's a bunch of us on here that help build channels to get them where they are now. They ain't never one time even took the time out to say, hey, if it wasn't for this brother, I wouldn't be here. But they don't care about that. In their head, they think they did it on their own.
You know what's unique about that too, brother? I'm glad you said that. And salute to Enoch Bird in the super chat. He says confused. He's not he's not a coon. Old beef, should I unsub? No, Enoch, I don't tell anyone where to go. I don't tell anyone where to go, bro. I don't tell that. These are things that, brothers and sisters got to figure out on their own. I don't tell anyone where to go. I don't. I'll just tell y'all my experience if it comes up. And I really don't like talking about it. It's just some things that happen. Now, the thing is, what I do out the kindness of my heart. And it's just, I like seeing brothers win. I like seeing sisters win. You know what I'm saying? I saw Coach Hudson in Champ Size chat, and I was getting the gist of what kind of person he was. And then when him and I was on on Champ Size Zoom, I forgot how it happened. I just said, brother, you need to do content, man, because people need to hear you. And it took off from there. That's what I've done. Trill Will, when you got started, YouTube stole $500 from you and killed your first channel. You was about to quit. I said, do not quit. Hop on my panels every Sunday. We're gonna build you back up. And that's just what we did.
Facts.
That's just what we did. You had a problem with Gabe, and I said, look, I don't know what's going on with you and Gabe, but I want both of y'all to win, and I want y'all on my shows on Sundays with me, you, and Stormy, and whoever we had on, and I want both of y'all to build. You know what I'm saying? I want all of us to build because I want everybody profitable, if anything, because I want the village to be fruitful. I want that for us. Now, even that, for whatever reason, and I don't want to get into that, even that couldn't sustain itself with them. And I had to leave them alone. And to this day, I don't know what the fuck I did to homie. I don't know what I did. But I know what was alleged, but they didn't do it.
Drew,
It's
you were a
weird
catalyst to a lot of stuff that I did. I listened to your message. You encouraged me. You was like, hey, I want to see the community be fruitful. And I heard the general's message. And so I took it upon myself, no matter how big my platform was, that I'm going to platform some more people so more people find out about these other creators. And I did it. And as a matter of fact, I go one further, Drew. Not only was I doing content with people like Gabe, I put his Cash App on my live stream so he can eat when I eat. You know what I mean? I wasn't out here trying to self-sabotage anybody or build a name off anybody else by trying to make myself look bigger than anybody else. I was trying to help other people grow. And that's all I ever wanted. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. That's one of the hardest lessons, again, that I had to learn. I had to learn that everybody ain't going to make it, no matter how much I want to vouch for them, no matter how much you want to.
What people don't realize is y'all will never know how much that really bothers me. And it breaks my heart when I'm trying to help. I legitimately had no intention on doing content on YouTube. I was already following 78 for 8 years, bro. I was following a lot of channels for 8 years. And then when he said I'm starting this LDBC, because we was getting attacked racially in these comment sections. So when he said we going over here to talk boxing, that was when I started my channel to support that. I didn't know 78, but I said, you know what? He needs to see me. You know what I'm saying? Just, saluting him, and I'm here. I'm gonna do my content over here, build the trust and everything else. And we grew the community, and we had to weed some things out, but we here now. We here now, and you don't have to be LDBC to kick it. But if you on the right wavelength, we cool, man. We cool. And I'm just trying to be peaceful and grow the community. And y'all seen it this morning. This dude right here, Xavier Smooth, I don't know what his deal. I don't know this nigga. This nigga just popped up this morning. He probably been following me for a long time. And I go to his channel He got a Ryan Garcia Tank video they did 2 years ago, and he got a video talking about free R. Kelly. And then he came in here this morning and said this: Drew act worse the female, but talk so hard, soft. Then he says loud and soft all mouth.
Hey, Drew.
I don't know this nigga. That's crazy,
Drew.
right? That's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm over here trying to build. I'm over here trying to do something with my brothers and sisters and build. And you know, I got niggas doing that. But here's the funny part. We out here for years, we was talking about what was best for Tank. Because had Tank fought half of his contemporaries, there would have been nothing for Jake Paul to do. You understand that the chickens are coming home to roost. I even said this: if boxing was supposed to be doing what boxing was supposed to do, which means the best fighting the best, title unification, one face, one name, there wouldn't have been nothing for Turkey to do. All of this is a self-inflicted wound, and I'm just here to tell you, I told you so. Abel said he on break right now. Abel, go ahead real quick.
Sorry about that. I was eating the sandwich, but let me just say this though, real quick. You remember the movie Titanic when Captain Smith was walking inside of his the driver wheel when Titanic was on its final plunge, and he was looking around at the fact that the ship was about to sink, and he could have prevented this from happening when he could have just listened in and move away from the iceberg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I look at that scene, I look at that as like the same thing as Tank Davis fans, and look at his entire fan base, because literally you could have prevented this from happening if you would have just fought your contemporaries. Nobody would have criticized you in that manner, but because of the fact that you decided to worry about the money and worry about your own self-image, now the fans that are basically were supporting you and supporting all the ducking, then all of a sudden criticize you for taking a fight with Jake Paul, and then ultimately got canceled. Now you got mad at that, and now you notice how Jake Paul now is saying all these things now because he knows that a lot of these same YouTubers, including the ones that confronted us many times before, they're not going to come up with the same smoke for Jake Paul because they know they're going to get obliterated. So who's the easy target? Us.
Black people are always a soft target. Always.
Every time, bro.
That's why I said everything that we've been saying out of love, because we didn't want Tank to get the heat from old media. Now they on his ass. They questioning his legacy, his place in the history of sport. They questioning his resume, and guys like Cappinger, Kellerman, Malignaggi, and now Jake Paul. Now they questioning him. Okay? And now I want the Tank fans, y'all got to deal with that, because I'm not dealing with it. I'm not defending this kid. I tried, bro. I really tried. What I want to do, go ahead, Coach. You saying something?
No, go ahead, Drew.
I want to go around a panel, and I want to get y'all closing thoughts on what it is. We can start with Coach Hudson. You go ahead.
All right. So I seen my brother Delano was in the chat. I wish you would have said something a little earlier, but my brother Delano has said, if we are devils, then what is Jake? When we were sounding the alarm about Jake Paul, there were many who were throwing in our sides saying that, it was fine for him to be here. I was one of the first to call him a vulture and a devil who would step on the backs of our talent and resources to put himself in leveraging power, which eventually he did, grossing one of the highest boxing events last year with him and Mike Tyson. We've been saying what Jake Paul is. But see, here's the thing, and I'm going to close here. When you sign your name and you sign a contract with the devil, and you sign a contract with an enemy who has shown you over and over again he is an enemy, once it doesn't work in your favor, you cannot now renege and act like you're a victim now. Most of you were defending Jake Paul. Most of you were in defense of his place in the sport. As long as we could keep hating on Devin Haney, dragging Clarissa Shields, dragging Bud Crawford, putting our fighters on these lynching posts, it was okay. But now that Jake Paul is calling you devils, now that Jake Paul is calling you hypocrites and spineless, no, don't renege. You're going to have to sit there and you're going to have to eat that shit because that's what you signed up for. Peace to the family.
There you go. Oh, man, Coach Eddie fell off. Steve L, closing thoughts on this situation with Tank. You're on mute.
My Scorpio brother, come out of hiding, man. Unless he's smoking up the blunts again.
Well, he probably rolling. Let me go to Trill Will. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Here's my thing. I gotta get on this job anyway. Here's what I think. The reason why that dude jumped in your chat this morning and said what he said to you, Drew, is the same reason why white supremacists hate black people. They don't need a reason to. Because black joy is revolutionary. All they have to do is see your joy and what you do and how you do it, and see how many people are in here showing love and respect to what you do and what you build every day, Drew. That's the reason why he came in here on the energy he did. He don't need a reason to come in here hating on you. You didn't have to do anything to him specifically. Just like black, you can't think of one thing. Black
And he's
people
still
in
here,
general,
by the way. He's still here.
You can't think of one thing black people in general has ever done to white people to make them hate black people the way that they hate black people. Period. There's nothing. You know what I mean? But it doesn't take anything. But like I say, black joy is revolutionary. And they see your joy. They see the joy. Like the people who come and hate on the LDBC mostly look like us. Reason being is because they see us being productive. Not only that, they see our meet and greets. They see us all being in brotherhood and sisterhood. They see no hating and none of this other goofy stuff going on. They actually see a real live community thriving, and they hate to see it. That's the reason why they come in with the hate and vitriol that they have. But anyway, salute to you, Drew. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Shout out to everybody up in here. It's Scorpio season. My birthday next Thursday. My brother Drew's right after mine. Shout out to my brother Stephen L. It's Scorpio season, baby.
Yup.
That's right. I'm Scorpio too.
Me and Nonito, our birthdays on the same day. And Nonito got some work coming up. So hell yeah. So we paying attention. Salute to the Filipino Flash. Salute to his wonderful wife and those two babies. Man, the general's on. Let's head over there.
Hold on. Let me get my final thoughts,
Go
man.
ahead,
How about me?
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so let me wrap it up by saying this. I'm not going to take too much time, but just remember this. We warned y'all. We warned y'all that this was going to happen, and now that it's come into reality, now it's basically showing you what it really is. Just like what we've seen here out in society today. People that have basically voted for evil, you're getting evil things. So guess what? You side on what you support, you get what you voted for, and you get what you deserve. That same thing applies to all Tank fans, fanatics, and all the channels that have been basically co-signing the nonsense all this time. Y'all did this to yourselves. But let's go ahead and wrap it up for today. Much love, Drew.
Man, salute to y'all, man. Man, we did some great work here, man. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody. Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, Super Chat, man. The general's on, and we're going to continue to hold Davis and his fans accountable. And as far as the Davis fans are concerned moving forward, Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.